Are you wondering if it's normal to feel anxious for no reason?
In this video, we'll talk about why you feel anxious for no reason and what can be done about it.
If you're looking for a functional medicine approach to healthy hormones, anxiety, and thyroid wellness, hit the subscribe button now so you can be notified when we release a new video once a week.
Stick around to the end and we'll share with you how you can get your hands on the Wellness Blueprint. The Wellness Blueprint is our step-by-step approach to help you unlock your body's natural healing potential to manage things like anxiety or balancing hormones.
My name is Evan Esquera.
And I'm Dr. Melissa Esquera, and for the past 10 years, I've helped our patients find root cause solutions to their anxiety and low-level depression.
Now let's talk about why you might feel anxious for no reason. We have a 3-step approach to help you deal with your anxiety. Number 1, we identify our symptoms. Number 2, we identify triggers. And number 3, we remove these triggers.
Step 1 is identifying the symptoms of anxiety. As somebody that has struggled with anxiety for a very long time, I'm very familiar with those symptoms. They can begin as nervousness in the chest or in the stomach. Not the good kind, not the fun, fluttery kind, but the kind that makes you feel sick, literally sick to your stomach. Anxiety can also manifest as anxious thoughts. So if you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't fall back asleep because you're ruminating on concerns, that's a sign of anxiety. And if you find yourself with an unidentified sense of doom or worry overcoming you during the day, that's another sign of anxiety.
Step 2, we identify these triggers. We ask ourselves what might be causing these anxious feelings. And the triggers can be either external or internal. Examples of external triggers could be financial stress, work stress, relationship stress.
Like anything that's happening in the world around you that's causing a reaction of nervousness or anxiety.
And another external trigger could be what you're putting in your body. Things like coffee, or sugar, or fast food, low quality foods. Those are all examples of external triggers, but internal triggers are more commonly overlooked.
Yes. So in the world of functional medicine, we like to look at things that are happening both outside the body and inside of the body. I think a lot of the times in the world of mental wellness, this is really commonly missed. We can have exposures to things over a lifetime that can build up in our system and cause the exact same physiological stress as our body would create by responding to the outside triggers. So things that can build up in the system that can cause this type of a response are toxins. Here at the Wellness Abode, we talk about different types of toxins. Things like chemicals, heavy metals, parasites, bacteria, fungus, or mold. All of these things have the capacity to cause excess inflammation in our body and therefore can trigger a hormonal response and also trigger a neurotransmitter response. The buildup of these toxins are known to deplete things like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. These are the neurotransmitters that literally dictate how we feel during the day. If we're low in serotonin, we're more prone to depression and low mood and anxiety. If we're low in GABA, we're definitely more prone to feelings of anxiety. Low in dopamine can look like depression or anxiety. Having good amounts and healthy quantities of these neurotransmitters being created and experienced by our nervous system is critical in managing things like anxiety and low-level depression. One really interesting thing about parasites I want to share here is they also have serotonin receptor sites on the surfaces of their bodies. And that means that your body could be doing all the work to create healthy amounts of serotonin. And yet, if you have parasite overgrowth in your body, you have a being inside of your system that's competing for that serotonin. That is not ideal at all. So it's really important that you take into consideration the possibilities of these internal stressors building up and then helping your body strategically remove these things from your system.
So once we've identified our triggers, we move on to step 3, which is remove our triggers.
We have a couple of different ways to help you manage these triggers. We have a DIY approach, and then we have some curated approaches as well. Let's start with emotional triggers. Essential oils are such a simple way to help break up those neurological firing patterns that can be emotionally triggering for symptoms like anxiety or depression. The reason for that is because when you smell essential oils, you're activating the olfactory nerve that goes straight into the part of your brain where a lot of those emotional experiences are getting triggered. You can help to break up that patterning with activating that sense of smell. Certain essential oils are known to soothe those feelings of anxiousness and sadness more so than others. Things like magnolia and lavender and petitgrain. These guys are heavy hitters in helping to restore the body with a sense of peace and calmness.
We also have a curated proprietary blend of essential oils that we call the Bliss Blend. The Bliss Blend has Tulsi, Magnolia, Copaiba, and Wild Orange in it.
Tulsi works to help to manage the stress hormone cortisol. It has this really unique adaptogenic capacity where it helps to tonify healthy cortisol levels during your day. Copaiba is great because it helps to calm the nervous system. It's actually in and of itself such a powerful oil to soothe feelings of anxiousness. There's Magnolia in there, which has about 2 to 3 times the amount of linalool compared to lavender. And then there's Wild Orange, which is such a beautiful scent because it really helps to elicit feelings of abundance and happiness to our brain. So it's a perfect combination when you're feeling sadness or feeling anxiety. If you want to grab the Bliss Blend, you can grab the link in the description box below.
Now that we've talked about removing our emotional triggers, let's talk about removing our physical triggers.
We have a DIY approach for you, and then we also have a curated approach for you. The DIY approach looks like our DIY detox protocols. Our DIY approach walks you through a comprehensive detoxification process where we walk you through everything from opening up your drainage pathways and optimizing your capacity to detox to actually helping your body to remove things like parasites, molds, heavy metals, and chemicals. If you're looking for a more curated approach, like you want to have a professional walk you through lab testing, identifying exact triggers that you have, and curating a more personalized protocol, be sure to check out the Wellness Abode Clinic. We offer free consultations where you can talk with a staff member to see if working with us is going to be a good fit for you.
Okay, you've made it to the end of the video, and as promised, here is the link to the Wellness Blueprint.
The Wellness Blueprint gives you a roadmap to address the root cause factors that may be triggering your anxiety.
If you like this video and you want to learn more about healthy hormones, anxiety, and thyroid wellness, hit the subscribe button because we put out a video once a week.
That's it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by the Wellness Abode.
And another external trigger Another external trigger could be the foods Okay. So once we've identified our triggers, we move on to step 3, which is remove our triggers.
How do we do that?
Yeah.
Okay.